Welcome back, everybody. 'Tis the season to start decorating our homes and showing us how to make the perfect DIY Christmas tree skirt that will save you lots of the dollars is Orly. You'd love to save us lots of the dollars.
I love saving lots of the dollars, yeah.
This is absolutely beautiful. Before we even get to this, we are in full swing as we continue to count down to Christmas. Paige is standing by with our 5th keepsake ornament at the tree. Hi, Paige.
Hey, Paigey. That's right. Number 5 is Barbie, but it's not regular Barbie. It is Ballet Wishes Barbie. Look how cute she is. This would be an adorable little Christmas gift for any little ballerina within us.
It looks like you, Paige.
Thank you. Yes, I try.
Can you do first position for us?
Yes.
You can fall in love with her first position or fall in love with the real-life couple, Carlos and Alexa Penavega. They are so wonderful, and they'll light up the screen with their enchanting chemistry and the dance floor as well. See them in their movie, the movie premiere of Enchanted Christmas. It is this Sunday, November 12th at 8 p.m. This magical ornament is getting me in the spirit to really watch this movie. And
this is
I
getting
love
me
them
in
as
the
a
spirit
couple.
too.
Yes, this is.
Orly, how did you come up with this idea?
I'm so excited about this one. I cannot wait to show everybody.
It looks fancy.
Like
really that is department store fancy.
True.
And Mark, that's exactly where I saw it. I saw it in a super expensive store. They cost hundreds of dollars. Yeah. And there's been a few versions. Some are just the really oversized, chunky knit throw blankets. But then I saw a Christmas tree skirt version for the holidays with two problems. One, I don't want to spend lots of the dollars on it.
No.
Two, as Owen pointed out, I can't knit. Thanks, Owen. Thanks again for that.
Perfect.
So I came up with a really cool way, a really cool DIY where for all of those of us who don't know how to knit but want something like this, you can absolutely make it yourself and save a ton of money.
Perfect. This looks like it'd be in that room where you don't go in.
Right?
You know that front living room where the big tree is, but you don't. Then it's not.
Is there a certain type of yarn?
Yes, absolutely. So it's
not
actually
yarn, wool.
Yeah, it's actually wool. This is called merino wool, and we're gonna put the specific link for the actual one that I purchased on our website so that you guys can get it. But you can see how incredibly soft and fluffy it is, and it's the size of this that is really important. You really want large scale. That way you can create these big sort of fat, oversized, fluffy braids.
Exactly. And if you didn't want to use wool?
What you could do is bunch up a lot of yarn so that each strand of your braid is like 15 strands of yarn, kind of like Cabbage Patch hair.
Oh,
like, like small. So you could do that. It's just a little bit more time allotted for cutting your pieces, but the braiding and the rest of it will be exactly the same.
Idea. Okay.
Well, we saw you started earlier today.
I was in here.
Saw you walk. I walked right by you.
That's right.
Didn't offer to help.
Here's my yarn. So the first thing I did is I decided on my length, and I'm just cutting pieces over and over, creating pieces so that I've got my 3. And you kind of want to let it shake out because it comes spiraled and you want it to end up nice and fluffy. Then I created a tail there. I knew I wanted fringe. So the first one that you do, that's the length you're then going to match. And so then I almost did it like the way you bake. Because then I can go in and tighten it up. If you start braiding it from the top, it gets tangled on the bottom.
Okay.
So this here is just a felt tree skirt. We actually made this based off of a pattern from just a regular tree skirt that we had. And now I'm laying out my braids and cutting off any excess. I made them a little longer than I needed, so I ended up just cutting them off. And I'm hot gluing them into place. Now, what you want to do is continue to spread them out and fluff them out, and you don't want to go one after another, or you won't have an evenly round shape. You need to sort of space them out in like quarters. Okay. So as you can see there, so obviously I just continued that same process to create this really like epic, you know, sort of scene-stealing moment. But there's a couple things I want to talk about real quick. The very first time I did it in the pre-tape, what you can see is that I had the knots for my fringe right here at the edge of my felt,
makes sense.
Right? But what happened was when you have them together, now all of a sudden you can see that white felt. We don't want that. So you actually want to set your knots down about 2 inches below. That way once you kind of spreaden this out, you can't see any of that felt anymore. So that's thing 1. Thing 2 is what I was talking about in kind of working in quarters. If you were just lining them up like this, straight, all of a sudden you're going this way, right?
And it's not going to be.
So you want to be working like this, creating almost little triangles and then filling in the space in the middle. So the way that you're going to do that is create the majority of your braided pieces one length.
All right.
Then once you're done, you want to have a couple pieces that are shorter because we're going to lay that in this little spot and it's going to be hidden underneath these 2.
To fill in.
So now it looks seamless up on top here, but I've got a smaller one that's fitting in this length, and you would put a little hot glue here, right on the bottom. And then you're gonna put, I just wanna make sure we get kind of, there you go. Hot glue here and here, and then you'd like sandwich it together.
So here's another question with the gluing. Do you glue here mostly and then leave this open so you can zhuzh it before you glue it?
So you want to really fatten those braids out a lot. And an important thing to do is when you're fattening it, don't just go like this, because what happens is I open this, it tightens that.
Okay.
So you want to like put your fingers underneath it and put your palm on top. And really go like this. That way it's letting you keep everything in place, and as you fatten, it continues to stay nice and wide. Then add your glue and tap it down. But yes, Debbie, leave all this for
my question before, this is the thing you put in the room, nobody goes in.
Yeah.
Mostly because it's so pristine, if it gets dirty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna want to spot treat it for sure. This is not something you're gonna wash.
It's wool.
But but if this is something that you think either you have kids or it's in a high traffic area, maybe consider using a darker color wool. I mean, I purchased white because I'm Jewish, my husband's Catholic. We have a Christmas tree, but I kind of like white decorations. It feels like a good compromise. So for me, I love white, but you could do deep reds or deep greens or navy blue, and then it's a little less delicate. But yeah.
That is so
But it's so soft and zhuzhy, and it looks really luxe.
How long does it take to do that?
About 3 hours, I would give yourself. But one thing I would like to recommend for those of you that maybe have children who know how to braid is cut all of your pieces in advance and tie those fringed knots. And then sit and watch a Hallmark movie, sit and braid all those pieces, and you'll end up with a big pile of braids, and then you can glue them on.
And what a great, this would be like a nice tradition to start each year doing like another one of things like this with your kids right before the holidays.
Absolutely, because you could do, I mean, you could do any colors, really. It doesn't have to even all be one color. You could do ombre colors, or, you know, it's really...
Would it be good practice for, say, maybe a dad of a new daughter to learn
how to braid hair?
Yes, Mark.
I know, I'm getting you a lot of merino wool.
I was asking for a
That's what you're getting for Christmas.
Asking for a friend.
There you go. Start braiding, Mark. Sir. This DIY will be featured in our Home and Family Christmas Workbook. Isn't that cool? We have a Home and Family Christmas Workbook now. It's available for download at hallmarkchannel.com. It's not just the cookbooks anymore. It's all your stuff, too.
Very exciting.
Learning how to braid? Should I? I'll just continue. And later, Dr. JJ is sharing her holiday food do's and don'ts. Right, JJ?
That's right. I have some do's and don'ts for how to ensure to stay healthy during all your holiday feasts.
Do's and don'ts of how to untangle yourself, JJ. That's what we really need to know. But next, we're getting Christmas decorating tips. Not like this. From lighting experts, Jan Brolix and Jeff Maxey. We'll teach you.
You just need a little patience.
Yeah.